Right, so we have decided on a 12 by 12 structure, and here you go. You may have seen this from the aerial view. So it's not squared yet, of course, it's just a marker.
What you're seeing me do here is put out 8 of the 4-inch thick blocks that you can get from Home Depot or whatever for like $5. They're going to provide support for our 6x6 stanchions for the deck.
Okay, I've gone and made a mess again. The idea was to get all the trees out of the way that would eventually have to come down, but can't if I build something first. So I got a bit of a mess. Gonna need some help cleaning this mess up. So again, build zone, and I'm a little bit concerned about that. I don't think it's leaning quite my way. I think I'm out of the way, but I'm gonna take some of that down because I really don't want to be back against that, and I want to take it down first. So, you know, I might take it, like that, not quite all the way down or whatever, just to get it some sunlight over there and to get it out of the way so I knock it down first and don't have to drag it around my construction. And you know, that's reasonably clear. So a bit of a mess to clean up before I can begin. I'd say I got a pretty good fire. So I just thought I'd talk for a moment. So this was never the plan, to come out here and literally pioneer it. Now, having said that, we are dealing with the modern era, and truthfully, if you look back even 100 years, this would have been a whole different ball game. Of course, everybody had a lot more skill in such things than we do now. And I'm still in the learning phase, I guess, as we all are. But 100 years before that, this is the way it was. You know, you didn't go get a mortgage. You know, you didn't go leverage bank money. That's a relatively new idea that we are pretty much addicted to here in the West now. So, having said that, this was never the plan. We didn't choose or plan on doing it this way. But like I said at the end of the last video, sometimes you've got to give up what you think you need in order to get the things that you really do. And that is, you don't always know what it is you need. And I guess it's not for everybody, but some people might be saying, hey, good luck to you, that's not for me. Truth is, I think everybody should have these skills. We're meant to build. We are meant to be a survival species. We weren't meant to depend upon centralized planning, centralized power, as in electricity, centralized water, centralized government, centralized. We're not designed that way. We're designed to build and become decentralized. That's what we are. And so it's funny how you plan things and they don't always work out. And the thing about plans is they don't go as planned. So we planned on getting a construction loan and doing it that way. Basically the traditional way. I did want to participate in building it, but a construction loan, the bank won't let you do much. And I was very not happy about that. And then the bank has a lot of say-so in how you build, where you build, what it looks like. And then the government has to get involved. All the permits and all the checks and all the inspections and all that stuff. And then you end up owing. Now we own this land. We pay taxes on it, which is debatable whether or not that means I own it. But they're minimal. I didn't want to leverage this time. I already have a great deal of debt, and I've been in debt my whole life, and I just don't feel like the economy is in a place that we can continue to leverage like this. The leveraged society that we're used to may be coming to an end soon. It is called the debt cycle, and we are at the end of it. So having said that, I've come to a place now where I've kind of realized this may not have been our plan, but this was always the plan, if you know what I mean. So we're doing what we're supposed to do. But like I said, sometimes you got to give up what you think you need. And we thought we needed all that and the above, but we just don't. And truthfully, it's coming together. We don't have a lot of money, but it's coming together. And we're going to be fine. We'll have electricity, solar power mainly, and we'll have water. And that'll be hopefully a shallow well. And we'll have septic that I will probably research and dig myself. Now, you might be saying, well, what about code? Well, I'm not building the main house for a long time, first of all. And truthfully, as I've discovered, the county will only come and inspect for code if you invite them to come inspect for code. With the exception of sorry, I heard some noises and I had to figure out what that was. Freaked me out. So the county will only come and inspect if you invite them to, with the exception of the first electrical temporary pole that they must sign off on for the electric company to come run the electrical. After that, if you want to put a septic in or a well or whatever you want to do, unless you invite them on your property, they're not just going to come out here and inspect. Every county's different, and that's how my county works. But that is U.S. code, pretty much. That's the way it's supposed to be. The only thing we use that for is resale. So if I wanted to resell this property, then I would be a little more concerned about code and inspections and all that stuff. But we're not going to. This is it for us. And it might not be the case for you, and you may need to get it inspected. I'm just letting you know what the process is. So that way you can plan. But things don't always go as planned, and sometimes that's a good thing. So I think that what we're going to continue doing is this homesteading process. And we're doing it in a modern way, of course. We have the modern tools and such, modern access to modern things. And that's good. Certainly not complaining. I would like to see as much of this built by ourselves as possible. That doesn't mean we don't need help. And if you're willing to help, I'd appreciate it. That's great. I'm not asking. But I like bartering. I like people donating their time to help me do what I got to do. And that's really what's important. No man is an island. No person exists alone. You cannot do anything by yourself. I know you think maybe you can, but you cannot. So rely on help. Rely on God, whatever higher power it is you believe. But what I'm telling you is you can do this if you want to. You absolutely can, and you will be taken care of. You have friends, you have family, you have strangers, what I call on the Appalachian Trail is called Trail Angels. People just help you for no reason, and then they're on their way. So work hard, achieve what you want, and you can do it. I think we're just going to pioneer this the old-fashioned way, one little thing at a time. And it's going to be all ours. Nobody will lay claim to it. And I'm all about not owing anybody money every month. So let's see how fast we can do this. All right, more coming. We did just get our address. I'm pretty excited about it. Of course, I'm not going to tell you here on YouTube what that address is, but we did get our address and got our permit to build, and that's what puts us in motion to get the temporary pole for grid electricity, which I will not be relying upon. I'm just stressing. It's good to have. It's a good to have feature. So that's the next stage is that direction. All right. I'll be putting videos out about us building starting tomorrow. Have a good one. God bless.